Hello guys and welcome to this video. In this video we're gonna be doing a season 14 Nilah guide. So what are we waiting for? Let's get to it. So why you should play Nilah bot lane? Pros: she scales really well with crit. As you notice, her scaling with crit is insane, so late game you can win 70 to 80% of your games, which is quite amazing. She's really strong duelist. She can basically 1v1 anyone in the game because of how broken her W is and how much gap closers she has with 2 E's. Not to mention, if you take Ghost as well, you can run down anyone in the game. She has an amazing ultimate ability which can influence the fights way harder than any other AD carry in entire game when it comes to ultimates. So yeah, you can literally just land a 5-man ult and it's GG. Like, you're gonna be winning the game just like that. So one ultimate, that's all it takes for Nilah to win the game. One good 5-man ultimate and the game is over. She also feels way more impactful because of her ultimate than other AD carries that are reliant on their team looking to engage. Meanwhile, Nilah can be the one who's engaging. Nilah can be the one who starts the plays, and she feels amazing to play because of that. Sadly, of course, there are some cons. Of course, one of them is her being a melee character. Yes, she has really low range. She's considered a melee character. She does get some range from the Q empowered auto attack, but her range is like 350, so it's truly nothing big that's gonna be helping you in the lane. Another big thing is she can be easily kited, so whenever you don't have ghosts or you take cleanse because you have a lot of CC, yeah, you can kite Nilah pretty easily and yeah, make her seem useless. And the biggest weakness for Nilah in general is poke. So she's really susceptible to poke lane, so you need to be really cautious not to actually pick Nilah into to poke, or you're not gonna have a wonderful time in laning phase. But I mean, you can still make it work. You can take TP, you can take Resolve, you can take Doran's Shield, and you can still go through the laning phase if you really want to, but like in general, she's not that great into the poke lanes. Nilah's passive, Joy Unending. She gets 50% more experience from every single minion kill until there's a champion next to her. This passive is amazing and it's so strong, and that's what makes Nilah really strong bot laner. Another great thing is you're getting more heals and shields on Nilah. You're getting 7.5% bonus healing and 15% shielding after 0.5% delay, and this is amazing. That's why Nilah is really good with Soraka, because you're getting so much extra healing. She's really good with Lulu because you're getting a lot of extra healing plus shielding, so it makes these combos really strong. But of course, we prefer Engage as well because Nilah is a really strong duelist, so with an Engage support it's gonna be way easier to kill the enemies, but with Enchanter you're gonna be unkillable. So there is pros and cons to both of the playstyles. Her Q, Formless Blade. And here comes the crit scaling. She gets from 0 to 33% armor penetration based on her critical strike. So literally you're getting an inbuilt LDR on your Q, which is really powerful. Not to mention, her attacks from Formless Blade heals her from 0 to 20% based on critical strike chance of a post mitigation damage dealt to champions, converting each shield instance beyond maximum health into a shield that lasts for 6 seconds. 6-second shield if you're full HP. If you're not full HP, it's gonna be healing. So you're getting free armor penetration and free healing from the Q ability. But that's not it. Vanillah's active on the Q also gonna give you from 0 to 120% depending on your crit strike, base damage increase, physical damage increase, and that's not it. Nilah's active cracks her whip blade in a line in the target's direction, deals physical damage, alright, to enemies, and it's increased from 0 to 120% based on your crit. So literally you're getting 120% bonus damage on your Q, based on your crit. Of course, that 120% is the maximum for like 100% crit, right? At 80% crit, which most of the time you're gonna be stay at, you're gonna be getting 96% increased damage, which is significant. But that's not it. I know, like, her Q is insane, okay? Her Q is insane. That's not it. Nilah empowers her auto attacks for 4 seconds, gaining 125 bonus attack range and 10 to 50% bonus attack speed. Bro, that's so busted. That's so busted. You're getting so much from one ability. One ability alone gives you so much. And causing her base attacks to strike in a cone that deals 100% AD physical damage to enemies hit, which is amazing. Against secondary non-champion targets, this is reduced to 33% for minions and 10% for monsters, okay? And additionally, executing minions left below 20 health on-hit effects are applied only to the primary target. This is amazing. This is amazing. Her W, Jubilant Veil, active, envelopes herself in a mist for 2.25 seconds, during which she becomes ghosted, gains bonus movement speed, reduces all incoming magic damage by 20%, and dodges all non-turret basic attacks, which is really nice. Also, you can give a shield to her allies for another 1.5 seconds, which is amazing. You're getting movement speed, you're getting ghosted, you can't get creep blocked anymore, you can just straight run down to enemies. You're getting 25% magic damage reduction, which is amazing against something like Syndra R, which is point and click. She deals like 1k with that ability alone, and let's say you play Res W and she ults you, boom, that's only 750 damage. Especially in this burst meta, this feels amazing. Not to mention dodging the auto attacks. Every AD carry is an auto attacker, so basically you counter every single AD carry with a single ability, which is so broken, so broken. I love it. Her E, oh, the slipstream, I love this ability so much. And yeah, this is basically a dash, right? So you can dash to minions, you can dash to champions. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It has 2 dashes, not 1, 2 dashes. Which is really broken. I love that. And yeah, it gives you so much mobility, so much all-in opportunities, so much opportunities in the lane in general. That's why I love to max the skill first. And her R is really an amazing ability, really good. It's Apotheosis. I hope I pronounced it correctly. I'm not native English speaker, but I hope I hit somewhere close, alright. Nilah wears her whip blade over 1 second. Remember, while she's ulting, she's unable to attack anyone. All she can do is just press W while R-ing, so remember that. So you're gonna not be able to auto-attack while you're R-ing, right? So because she's already using her whip, right? So automatically she won't be able to auto-attack, she won't be able to dash, she won't be able to do anything except flash and W, right? So that's really important. So yeah, she whips a whip around her and then for over 1 second dealing physical damage. So while you're like doing a circle, right, with your whip, for 1 second you're dealing physical damage, and then she unleashes a burst that deals physical damage and pulls them 250 units to her. Each hit also slows the target by 10% for 3 seconds, refreshing on subconscious hits. So you literally get 10% slow as well after you pull them, right? Which is quite nice. But that's not all. Nilah heals herself, and a lot of people don't realize this, and ally champions for 20 to 50% based on critical strike chance. 20 to 50% based on crit, which is a significant heal. And if you literally are and people are around you, you're gonna be healing them for a lot as well, right? So it can be a game-changing ultimate. This damage is reduced to 10% against non-champions. So basically you're still healing. Remember this. A lot of people don't know this as well. You get 10% healing from non-champions. So if you are in a huge wave, you're getting the healing from the minions as well. but it's reduced to 10% instead of 100%, which is still a significant amount. So you're getting shield on Q, you're getting shield on R. Yeah, you're gonna be quite strong, and it's gonna be really funny. You saw the clips of Nilah healing from like 500 HP to like 1.5k HP with 1 R. So yeah, it's a really nice game-changing ability that, if utilized correctly, can literally turn any game around. Nilah combos: Q flash, auto Q auto, auto Q auto E auto E auto, auto Q auto E auto E auto R, and R flash. Alright, so what are the easiest and the hardest matchups? So let's start with the easiest matchups for Nilah. Twitch is a really easy matchup for Nilah because of course he's literally just an auto attacker, and yeah, you basically just counter his entire kit by pressing one button. Jinx, again, immobile, really easy to catch up and easy to kill, right? So yeah, the only thing that you need to worry about is her traps, but after you dodge her traps or you literally just cleanse the traps, she's just a cannon minion here to pick up. Kai'Sa is one of the easiest matchups for Nilah. You literally just need to dodge her W. The moment you dodge her W, she will never win an all-in against you. So what are the hardest matchups for Nilah? Ziggs. He has a lot of poke, and as you know, Nilah is susceptible to poke. So Ziggs is really difficult matchup for Nilah. Ashe, because of her slows, she can kite you really hard. I would even recommend going Swifties against Ashe to minimize the kiting capacity of her. Really difficult matchup for Nilah. And of course, Swain. Literally, you want to all-in him, and if you're gonna be all-inning him, he's just gonna press the R button, and then you do kite back and kite out his R, because you literally never win whenever his R is up. So you need to play really well around his R to be able to play. Runes. I go Conqueror, Presence of Mind, Bloodline, Last Stand, Sudden Impact, and Treasure Hunter. And right now, the biggest change of 14.2, which is the secondary runes, I go Attack Speed, Adaptive Force, and for defensives, I go HP scaling. Why don't go flat HP? Because it's only 65, so the HP gets outscaled really fast. And why I don't go Tenacity and Slow? Because let's be honest, if you're gonna be CC'd, you're probably gonna be dead anyway, so that 10% tenacity not gonna make a big difference. For Nilah builds, there are quite few builds that you can go, but for a basic build that you can go every single game and still perform quite well with, would be Collector, Navori, Audior, Shiobo BT, or you can swap out BT for defensive like DD or Candy Crookern or Jaxo depending what you need. Another great option would be Collector, Ghostblade, Audior, Shiobo BT, and of course same defensives. And another option which would be really nice would be Opportunity, Collector, Audior, Navori, BT, which is gonna be giving you a lot of movement speed, especially after a takedown. In general, you're gonna get 5% movement speed and feels quite nice. Skill order. So right now, there is two most popular skill builds. We have one that I'm going right now, which is E max to Q max, but a lot of people love to take 3 points into E and then max out Q. So both of these options are viable. Just test it out in your games and see which one works better for you. Summoner spells. So there's basically, you can say 3 choices, which is Flash Ghost, Flash Cleanse, and against AP or heavy poke lanes, you can take Flash TP. TP gonna be really nice because you're gonna be able to get better recall timings, you're not gonna get punished as hard, and of course you're gonna be basically walking with 2 HP bars because yeah, you're gonna just reset, heal up, and TP back, and yeah, you're good to go again. Laning phase. So against really difficult matchups, and whenever you have something like Rakan support, you literally don't even walk up level 1 because your main goal is to maintain as much HP as possible. So for example, in this lane, it's Kalista Renata, and it's pretty hard to actually contest the wave level 1. So what do? I just give up the full priority for a Kalista Renata and just let them push me in. The most important timing is when you're hitting level 3. So when you hit level 3, you can instantly look for all-in opportunities because you have level advantage on the enemy. As you can see, in this case, I couldn't actually kill the Kalista because I got hooked by the Renata, but in general, you should always look for these all-in opportunities because even if you don't kill them, look at how much more pressure I get in the laning phase. I have more breathing space and I'm gonna be able to actually play the game. Of course, Rakan goes for another play and Renata misses his hook, and right now we get a kill on Kalista. After that, we see the Elise being topside and we're gonna be pushing out the lane. So whenever you have level advantage, I would recommend utilizing it and instantly punishing the enemy bot laners. Remember, you're gonna get that level 3 sooner than the enemy laners because of your passive, so you can look for these all-in opportunities. Don't let enemies reset for free. So right now I feel really far ahead, so what do? I just literally tank an entire wave close to my turret and make sure that Kalista doesn't get a good reset timing, because right now I have a big item advantage. So whenever I have a big item advantage, I want the enemies to be way weaker than me. So I tapped for a second and as you can see, she only has longsword right now and she didn't buy her item, so I instantly look for another all-in opportunity. Sadly, we get the all-in, but I don't dodge her Q, and because I didn't dodge her Q, I go down. So what do you want to do with Nilah after 6? Of course, you want to look for those all-in opportunities. So whenever you have R, ping your support to go in, and if he gets a good pick, just follow it up and then run the enemies down. That was pretty slick play by me by flashing out from the Kalista's R and getting a double kill because of it. If I did not flash that Kalista's R, we would probably be dead here. So of course you need to be confident in your mechanics to execute them, but in general, until your concepts are correct, you're gonna be winning the fights more often. So what do you want to do mid-game? Mid-game, of course, you want to go mid lane, you want to get that mid turret, you want to play around Herald, right? You need to make sure to play around the map. So right now we're going to go for a deep dive. I don't get a kill, but it's fine. And then we're going to get the tier 1 mid lane, which is really important to get to actually open up a map. We're going to be rotating around the map, top side, bot side. We're going to be pressuring the map quite a bit, and at the same time asserting dominance around the map by placing some deep vision around the map. So it's really important to try to get to mid lane after the laning phase is over and after you got the enemy's turret first. How do you want to approach team fights? You want someone else to engage and you want to be the one who's following the engage. So you can see right here I followed the engage and then I'm just attacking the closest target to myself, and of course your goal is to land your ultimate on as many people as possible, even if they don't die, until you don't die either, and you're able to actually, oh my god, Mr. Stan just escaped, and you're actually able to survive while going in. I would always recommend going for that. Enemies are taking Baron, so of course we wait for allies to engage, and then we're gonna be looking for opportunity where we can actually maximize our R damage. So even though Rakan was engaging, I did not go in until I found that perfect angle to go in, and of course whenever you find a perfect angle to go in, then your team can easily follow up. And as you can see, the Nilah's R is really impactful, so whenever you get a good ultimate, most of the times you're just gonna win that team fight by default. So yeah, that's about it for Nilah's Guide Season 14. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. I'm gonna answer every single one of them, so don't be shy, ask away, I'm here to help. I also stream on Twitch daily, so my Twitch is twitch.tv your Nilah, so feel free to check me out for more Nilah content. And that's about it for this guide. Thanks for watching guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and have a nice rest of your day.